to start this out with a quote. It's from this guy. He's on YouTube, in hindsight. But he says this, and it really rings true. I have it written on the wall. It says, "Our highest form of nutrition is in our expression." And he said it so many times. Our highest form of nutrition is in our expression. So I kind of want to make this video in the spirit of that. There's a lot I want to say. I wrote a song like a couple months ago, and for those of you that don't know, I recently kind of really left the religion, the Jehovah's Witness religion. I was brought up in it. And I also made the decision to leave my marriage. And in doing so, the majority of the friends and family that I have and have known for my entire life are not talking to me. And I have 2 little girls that are 1 and 3 years old. And they are probably the best gifts I've ever been given in my entire life. And I'm forever grateful. But with family members not talking to me, it's really confusing for the girls. It's really confusing for me. And I understand it, like, intellectually, because if I was in their shoes, I'd probably do the same thing if I still believed in the religion. So I really don't fault anyone for doing that. I mean, I know as a father, there's nothing my girls I don't really think there's anything my girls could ever do where I would not communicate with them. There's nothing. So from that standpoint, I don't understand the excommunication. So anyway, with that said, it's been about 9 months of really most people not talking to me, with the exception of some people, and I truly, deeply, deeply appreciate some people that haven't kind of treated me like I'm dead. And again, I understand why. And I also understand now. I used to watch videos when I was kind of waking up of people that were like, "Oh, my whole family's not talking to me," and everything. And I personally thought that would never happen to me. Until it does, and you realize, man, it's the way it is. But through all of that, I wrote a song, and essentially I started out trying to write it to my parents, kind of just explaining my anger, like I'm not always gonna be here, we're not always gonna be here. My grandma, she passed away about 8 years ago. She's not here anymore. I can't talk to her. I can't give her a hug. And my parents are well, a lot of people, not just my parents, they're missing out. People that claim to be really close to me, and I know they love me, but they're missing out on me being a father and getting to see my girls interact with me. And they're also really confusing my girls, because my girls will ask and tell them, they'll tell me, they'll ask about, do you know this person? And I'm like, yeah, that's my dad or my mom or fill in the blank, I've known them a long time. So it's really confusing. But anyway, I wanted to, just for anyone that doesn't know, it's all the indoctrination. They're told that they're essentially, they could lose all their friends and their status, and, it's like an identity crisis. It really, I feel like it comes down to that. And they're truly believing that they're showing me love by shunning me, because it will hopefully bring me back, and there's no way I'm going back. I mean, it's more off topic, but from my childhood, there's no way I will ever raise my girls with that kind of pressure where you have to, have all these vices on your body, mentally, not physically, but just mentally, emotionally, spiritually, socially. You grow up. So anyway, this is getting kind of ranty, but I wrote this song, and essentially it started out a letter to my parents, but it kind of morphed into just a promise to myself and my girls that I'm not giving up, because I felt like giving up a lot. I felt like it was impossible. I felt like I was destined to fail, because that's another part of the indoctrination. I've talked to friends that have left, and they're very drawn into darkness because they've been fed their whole life that if they leave this religion, they're gonna go into just chaos and darkness. And so it's like almost internal programming that you have to fight, being outside with no real support, friends, family, and you're just trudging through. And so this was a song that I wanted to, this is a song to myself, to my parents, to my daughters, that I'm not quitting. And it's, so anyone that needs to hear that message, if you're feeling alone, if you're feeling like you're going against the common theme of your community, which by the way is probably really small in the grand scheme of things. I've met people that have absolutely blown me away and supported me as I am, and just because they want to see another person succeed that's trying to do the best that they can, and that's it. So anyway, I want to sing this song to my daughters, to my parents, to myself, and to anyone that feels like they needed to be kind of picked up and pushed forward. So anyways, it's kind of a, it's not a, I don't know, it's definitely a heavier song, but the message is just keep going, and we're not always going to be here. So how about we just love each other now, Like, what a concept. We love each other now for who we are, because we're human. We're here for a short time. And I don't know about afterlife stuff. I don't really know. Everyone has their own opinion and philosophies, but nobody really knows. And to be here with people that you love, like your kids, I just think that's why we're here. I mean, if nothing else, there's so much, getting into philosophy, blah, blah, blah. But anyways, that's kind of the message. So just keep going. And here's the song.
I saw my daughter's face and watched the whole big world slip away. Her brown eyes make me cry when they remind me of the years and the days. And we won't always be here. And I don't want to leave here. So pick me up and dust me off, help me back on my way again. I won't slow down, I won't stop now, babe. You're my friend. I'll keep myself alive, my car and drive your picture by the side of my wheel. Food every day and happy thoughts. It's hard to know if you're doing right by Jesus. All I know is I love you more than the heart inside of me that's beating. And we won't always be here. And I don't want to leave here. And I want you to know that. I want you to know. I want you to know that. I want you to know that.